Welcome to Planes of the Face Part 2. We are going over the planes of the face, which are the transition areas. We've got the forehead, cheeks, the jawline, the chin. These are areas that often get forgotten. They don't get talked about all that much, but I wanted to help you guys with those transition areas to know how to see the value and the transition of where the skin is wrapping on the face in that way. It will really help your drawings improve. This is the Art Breakthrough, where I help you improve your drawing skills through self-care and spirituality. I want to thank you for taking this time for yourself, and let's go ahead and jump over to our tutorial for today.
Okay, as you can see, this portion of the cheek is protruding out farther than the rest of the cheek, and then it begins to move this way, and the skin is going down this way, away from the eye, and you can see that where these arrows are is a darker color than where this circle is, and over here is again darker. And what that's doing is that's giving us the depth that we talked about, so that this oval shape in the back looks farther away than this highlighted portion of the cheek that is closer to you. If you look real closely, this is pretty subtle, but as you come up this direction, this portion right here is ever so slightly darker than this right there. I'll erase those lines so you can see it. It's very subtle. But those subtleties, as you begin to see them, will make a big difference in your drawing. And then as you begin to come this way, it gradually gets lighter. And the way that this is shaded has actually got, his forehead is kind of got this indentation here. The structure of his face, the forehead is going out, then in, then out, then in over here. So that's kind of how the skin is wrapping along the forehead. It's interesting, all these, all the shading just around this eye alone. There's lots of different values from here to here to here and here. That's all different values. And oh my goodness, one of my favorite things is this reflected light over here. Reflected light can just really make a drawing pop. It's so much fun to do. A lot of times I come in and do that with an eraser. Super fun. So that's that one. Let's move on. All right, let's take a look at this picture now. The lighting in this picture I picked because it's a lot more subtle. Some of the other pictures have a higher contrast, and this one the lighting is mostly, there's not a lot of cast shadow going on her face, so I wanted to kind of give you an idea for this type of lighting as well. For this one, I'm not actually going to go over the midtones and the values. I just want to focus right to our contour and the planes of the face. This portion, going from the jawline, you're coming this direction, and then you have this indentation right here, which kind of comes down like that. You would do that portion a little bit darker, and up this is darker than this, so they're right next to each other. And you just need to pay attention to what the lighting is doing so you can move along with it. Like this right here, that is surprisingly light for where it's sitting. And as far as the smile lines, you'd have to be real careful with this and make those a little bit more subtle than what they are, as to not make her look older than what she is, because if you're in a drawing, that could easily get out of control and be uncomplimentary. So you'd have to just kind of play with that and make sure that you're not going overboard. But of course, you know, it's a part of her face, so you want some of it to be in there so that you can get that likeness. And then this right under her nose, where the cupid's bow is another indentation you would be paying attention to, so that you can get that shading looking like it is going down in there and then coming back up. Now it looks like she's got a funny mustache. Sorry, person. It's for a lesson. It's for a good cause. Notice how right here the coloration between here and here is actually not very different. It's very subtle. You have this line going in between that is darker, indicating where the jawline actually is, but they're very, very similar. This is also similar, but this is lighter than that portion right there. This on the other side kind of looks like, at a glance it looks like one shade, but it's lighter on these sides than it is in the middle here. Now that I've pointed that out, I'll kind of take that off so you can see that yourself. Okay, now let's move on to the forehead. You'll notice how this right above her eyebrows right there is a little bit lighter than what's surrounding it. Having this entire portion and this entire portion shows that the skin is wrapping around in this direction around the forehead. And then same thing here, as you get darker, it's showing that the skin is actually not protruding here as much as it is up here and on the nose.
Thank you so much for being here, for taking this time for yourself to improve something that you love and enjoy. And if you found this video helpful, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any upcoming videos, so you can keep improving your drawings and your portraits. And if you like this one, I'm sure you're going to like the next one as well. So go ahead and give that one a watch, and leave a comment below saying what was most helpful in this video and what you'd like me to cover the next time. Thanks guys. Bye bye.